Felt good to kind of survive in advance in the first couple stages of both the 50 and 100. Trying to set myself up for the best possible final swim that I could. I think leading up to each of the finals, they went about according to plan. I think in the 50, the semi was probably not as technically sound as I probably would have liked. I think I rushed it a little bit, and so I'm happy I kind of snuck in there out of lane 7 to kind of give myself another chance to correct a few things going into that final tonight. So this format's kind of busy enough to where you kind of can't dwindle on anything for too long. But I'm kind of, I think I swam it to win, and I think I don't have regrets by going out fast and trying to go best time that way. I think in hindsight, I probably could have taken a little bit of juice out of the front 50 and maybe saved it for that back 50. But I think kind of coming into that finish, I'm looking at the replay, and I definitely think I got lucky in that I probably should have been out touched by both those guys. So I think it ended up being really cool that I was able to find my way onto the podium, even though I swam it probably not. I swam that heat to win it, and I think that can happen in a final a lot. I knew I had established a new PR in Indy, and so I wasn't really concerned with the time, and more so just going to see if I could get the win. So definitely interesting to share the podium with two other people, the one podium slot with two other people. But having 4 people get medals in an event is always pretty cool. Like last year and this year, I didn't see myself as the favorite. I think in perpetuity, I will not see myself as a favorite in 50s. Just for some reason, it seems really bizarre to me that that's like a very strong race for me. So I think I kind of see myself, especially going into tonight after having, maybe not the best semi, as an underdog with a good amount of time to drop to even make the podium. So I was definitely happy to see that I was able to kind of contend for a medal, and I don't think it added any extra nerves because I think it's almost better to kind of split my attention between the 50 and then trying to do as best I could for the relay. So I think kind of having that is a good way of kind of moving past the nerves of having two different races that night. So so I was working, I think Carol was my primary coach. So it's funny because I like to tell kids on the team that Carol was actually my coach at Georgia 12 years ago. So I think that kind of puts some into perspective some of the kids of how long I've been around. But she was my main coach last year too, and obviously I had a successful World Championships last year, so was able to work with her again this time, and it's good because I think she's really flexible, and so am I, and I think we kind of work together on kind of interpreting what, because Mike is sending over what he thinks I should be doing, and then kind of we're kind of monitoring how I feel and all that stuff. So it's kind of a collaborative effort between me, Carol, and then the other coaches too. So in that sense, it's really kind of fun, kind of getting to work with all these coaches. Not too many people I was training with. Josh and Matt have the 200, and those guys are doing a lot more than me these days. So their training was a little different, but it was good to kind of do some days with a group, and I had some practices with Lydia, and I think having even if it's a small group here and there, it was beneficial to kind of break up the monotony of swimming by yourself. So I did have a kind of a hard time adjusting in that I was very sleepy during the day for a lot of the days, but finally, when we moved over here, I kind of got over it. So if you're consistent all year, I think it's really easy to kind of maintain it. And especially with the way USA Swimming kind of sets everything up is, you're training with, great coaches, great other great athletes. And they have you set up whatever you need, nutrition, taking care of your body with recovery, stuff like that. So I think they do a really good job of helping you get whatever you need. And I think that really plays a big part in being consistent. I think like you said, I've been doing this for a long time, and I think I know, how to kind of manage my energy and, physically, emotionally through a meet like this, and maintain a level of consistency that I'm proud of, and that I think a lot of years and experience kind of went into doing that. So I think Team USA kind of makes it really easy for us. We've been on the road for a while, if you include Singapore, and then we moved here, and I think I think you kind of get into a routine pretty quickly of what you need to do. So you kind of know when the sessions start, when prelims are, finals are, and you kind of adjust, a few days before to when you think you're going to need to be, not just awake, but like alert, because you're going to be swimming races at 9:45 was my medley today. So you kind of need to be up and around and about at 9:45 p.m. So in that sense, you kind of get on a schedule, and when it comes to kind of, managing homesickness, managing, communicating with friends, family, whatever, I think that also you get on a schedule with, where you kind of know when you're calling certain people and when you're kind of trying to communicate. And people are busy too, but everyone finds time here and there throughout the trip. So I think managing both has been fairly easy. And once the meet starts, then it'll fly by the rest of the meet. So kind of being busy with prelim, semis, and then now I'll be cheering for Team USA the next 3 days, and then have the medley the last day. So I'll be on a plane home before you know it, and I think that's kind of reassuring to kind of get back into the into involved with everything in the States. Listen, there's a chance that I make 4 medals out of the 4 events that I'm entered in. 2 individuals, 2 relays. And if that's the case, I think I need to step away from the sport if I'm not pleased with something like that. So I think, the medals are great, and I think being on trips like this really is more about the experience than anything. I think the fact that I went a PR in the 100 at Indy, and I was within a 10th of the 50 here. It's more than I can ask for, I think, at this stage. And this, I always want to be better, and I always want to keep improving. But the reality of the situation is, if you go best time every time you swim, you're going to be at 0. So, the fact that I'm still able to put a best time on the, accomplishments for this year is I'm more than thankful for that. So I think my goals coming into here was to kind of try to see if I could medal in everything that I was entered in. I think, looking back, would I have liked to have been more competitive in the 100, maybe get closer to times that, that I went in Indy, then yeah, of course. But I think, I'm definitely happy with the medal. I definitely am happy with, getting a silver medal here is again, more than I could have thought and asked for. And I spent a long time in my career coming to these meets and leaving empty handed. So I think it's all about perspective, and that, I'm able to help Team USA in the medal count. And for that, I'm more than thankful for or more feel as accomplished as I ever have. So I'm pretty happy with the season.